everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we will learn about the angles formed between the hour hand and the minute hand of a clock. So we have already learned what is an angle and which are its different types. So today we will learn how to find out the angles formed by the hands of a clock with the help of this analog clock. So this is an analog clock. It is having two hands. The shorter hand is called hour hand and this bigger hand is called minute hand. Okay? And these angles we will understand with the help of some examples. For example, the question here is what will be the angle between two hands of a clock at following given time? The time is 2 o'clock. So this is 2 o'clock. So you can see that here this angle is getting formed, one angle, and this is called smaller angle, and another angle is this one bigger angle also. So today we will talk about the smaller angle. Okay. Now before doing this question, one thing I want to explain you is that this is our hour hand. This hour hand completes one revolution in 12 hours. That means in 12 hours it completes one revolution and makes an angle of 360 degree. So in 12 hours it makes an angle of 360 degree. Okay. Then in 1 hour the angle formed by the hour hand will be 360 degree divided by 12. That means 12 3s are 36 and 0. 30 degree. So this means every time whenever this hour hand moves from one number to the another number, it forms an angle of 30 degree. Similarly, now for the minute hand, this is our minute hand. Okay. Let's take this at 12. Now this minute hand will complete one revolution in 60 minutes. In 1 hour, it will complete one revolution. So in 60 minutes, it will complete one revolution and makes an angle of 360 degree. Complete angle. 360 degree. So in 1 minute, the angle formed by the minute hand will be 360 divided by 60. From 0 we can cancel this and 6 6 are 36. So it will be 6 degree. That means in 1 minute this minute hand will form the angle of from 1 to 2. It's only 6 degree. So when it go to 3, 4, 5, we know that between these two numbers there are 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes the angle formed by the minute hand will be, in 5 minutes, it will be 6 degree multiplied by 5. That is 30 degree. So both the hands, whenever going from the one number to the another number, it is forming an angle of 30 degree. Okay. Now with the help of this, we will solve these questions. At 2 o'clock, first of all, for 2 o'clock, our hour hand will be at 2 and minute hand will be at 12. It is 2 o'clock and we have to find out this angle, this smaller angle. So to find out this, now we can easily find from 12 to 1 30 degree, then from 1 to 2 again 30 degree. So 30 plus 30 60 degree. So at 2 o'clock there will be an angle of 60 degree and 60 degree is an acute angle. The angle which are more than 0 degree and less than 90 degree are known as acute angle. Okay. And another angle is getting formed here also. This one. So this one is bigger angle. So we are only talking about the smaller angle this time. Okay. Now the second is 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock means now this hour hand will move from 2 to 3. Like this. Now the angle formed will be 30, 30 and again 30. means 30, 60 and 90. So it will be a right angle. At 3 o'clock, the angle formed will be right angle or 90 degree. So it is called right angle. Okay. And to find out this bigger angle, you can just subtract this 90 from 360 and you will get this angle also. This will come 270. Okay. Now the next is 5 o'clock. Now at 5 o'clock, this hour hand will move from 3 to 5 and our minute hand is at 12. So now again we can easily find 30, 60, 90, then 90 plus 30, 120 and 120 plus 30, 150. Okay. So it will be of 150 degree. 150 comes under the category of obtuse angle. All those angles which are more than 90 degree but less than 180 degree will be considered as obtuse angle. Okay, next one is 6 o'clock. So at 6 o'clock, now it's here. So you can see one straight angle is getting formed. And we know the measure of straight angle. Straight angle is always of 180 degree. So it will be 180 degree or we can write straight angle. Okay. Now the next question is, what will be the angle between two hands of a clock at 7 o'clock? And we have to find the smaller angles as well as bigger angle. Both the angles. So in this clock, this time it's 7 o'clock. So here two angles are, this one is a smaller angle now and this one is bigger angle. And we have to find the measure of both the angles. Okay, so let's start. So to find out this bigger angle, first of all we find out the bigger angle. Measure of bigger angle will be from 12 to 6. We know that till here it's a straight angle. Angle of 180 degree. Then after 180, if we will add 30 degree in this, then 180 degree plus 30 degree, we will get 210 degree. And 210 is a reflex angle. We know that all the angles which are of more than 180 and less than 360 degree are known as reflex angle. Now we will find out the measure of smaller angle. To find out the measure of smaller angle, there are two ways. Either we can do like this. This is 180 and this is also 180. Okay, either we can subtract 30 from the 180, we will get 150. And the another way is from this complete angle from 360 degree, if we will subtract this bigger angle, then automatically we will get this smaller angle. So we can subtract what? 210 from 360 degree. And when we subtract, what we will get? 0 minus 0, 0. 6 minus 1, 5. 3 minus 2, 1. So the measure of smaller angle will be 150 degree. This will be 150 and this will be of our 210. When we will add up these two angles, we will get a complete angle. Okay. Now we will solve another question. And the question is, find the number of right angles turned through by the hour hand of a clock when it goes from one number to the another number. Here the number is 2. For example, the hour hand is at 2 and now it is going from 2 to 8. From 2 to 8 till here. So we have to find out the number of right angles covered by the hour hand. For this I have drawn a clock also. So earlier the hour hand is at 2. Now if it comes from 2 to 3, then 4, 5, 6 and 7 and 8. So we have to find out this angle. And we know that in a clock, whenever the hour hand moves from one hour to another hour, it makes an angle of 30 degree. In 2 hours, 60 degree. In 3 hours, 90 degree. So in 3 hours, it will make an angle of 90 degree. So from 2 to 8, how many hours? It's 6 hours. And we know that in 3 hours, it makes one right angle. So in 6 hours, it will make an angle of 180 degree. And 180 degree is equal to 2 multiplied by 90 degree we can write, or we can simply write 2 right angles. Okay. Now similarly we will do this one. Now the hour hand moved from 12 to 9. So again earlier the hour hand is at 12. Now we have to find out the number of right angles covered by the hour hand when it moves from 12 to 9. So we know that in 3 hours it will make one right angle. Okay, then in 6 hours it will again make another right angle, or this will be our straight angle. So 90, then this one is 90. Then again from 6 to 9, it will cover one more 90 degree angle. So in total, it will make an angle of 90 plus 90 plus 90. That is 270 degree. So from 12 to 9, 9 hours. And in 9 hours, it will make 3 right angles. 270 degree, or we can write like this, 90 degree multiplied by 3, which is simply equal to, we have to find out the measure in terms of right angles. So here are 3 right angles will be covered by the hour hand when it moves from 12 to 9. Now the next is from 10 to 1. So here again in this clock, the hour hand is at 10, and when it moves to 1, then we have to find out the number of right angles. So from 10 to 1, we know that there are 3 hours in between 10 and 1. And in 3 hours, 30, 60 and 90. So in 3 hours, it will cover only one right angle, or it will make an angle of 90 degree. So from 10 to 1, the angle formed will be of 90 degree, which is equal to one right angle. Okay. So in one right angle, only the angle of 90 degree will be formed. In 2 right angle of 180 degree, that is straight angle will be formed. And in 3 right angles, the angle of 270 degree will be formed. And if it will be 4 right angles, that means 90 degree multiplied by 4, which is equal to 360 degree, or complete angle will be formed. Okay. The next question is, where will be the hour hand of a clock stop if it starts at 3 and makes half of a revolution clockwise? So first I will explain this term clockwise and anti-clockwise. Clockwise means anything which moves in the direction of the hands of a clock. So if the hands move in this direction, this is clockwise, and if it moves in the opposite direction from here to here, then it will be considered as anti-clockwise. So this is anti-clockwise. and this one is clockwise. Okay. Now we will do this question. The overhand starts at 3 and makes half of a revolution clockwise. For example, in this clock, this is the overhand. So this overhand, if it will move from 12 to 3, so in 3 hours, it will make 1/4 of a revolution. Then in 6 hours, it will make half revolution. Okay. Then from 12 to 9 till here, it will make half plus 1/4, that is 3/4 of a revolution. And in 12 hours, a complete revolution. So, one complete revolution in 12 hours. Okay. And the overhand completes half revolution in 6 hours. 3/4 revolution means from 12 to 9. If this overhand is at 12, then from 12 to 3, it's making only 1/4. Then from 12 to 6, it's half. From 12 to 9, it's half plus 1/4, or we can say 3/4. And in 12 hours, this overhand will make one complete revolution and an angle of 360 degree. So 3/4 revolution means 9 hours. Okay. And complete revolution we know 1/4 of revolution means 3 hours. So these all are in hours and these all are revolution of. Okay. Now if our overhand starts from 3, from here, if it's starting from here and makes half of a revolution, half means 6 hours. So after 3, we will move 6 hours. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This means it will stop at 9, or we can simply add 6 hours in 3. So we will get 9. This means our overhand will stop at 9 if it starts from 3 and makes half of a revolution. Now the next is, if the overhand starts at 5 and makes 3/4 of a revolution. 3/4 means it's 9 hours. Okay. So the overhand starts at 5. So we will draw the overhand here at 5 and it will move 9 hours further in clockwise direction. So 3/4 of a revolution means 9 hours. So after 5, we will add 9 hours in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. This means it will stop at 2. Okay. If it starts from 5, so it will stop at 2. If it will make 3/4 of revolution. So answer will be 2. Okay. Now the next is, if it starts at 2 and makes half of a revolution anti-clockwise direction. So half of a revolution means 6 hours and it's starting from 2. From 2, now it will move in backward direction 6 hours. Okay, because it's anti-clockwise mentioned here. So we will go in reverse direction. So from 2, 6 hours back. So from 6 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This means now it will stop at 8. If it starts at 2 and makes half of a revolution anti-clockwise, then in this case our answer will be 8. So friends, now I hope that the concept of clockwise, anti-clockwise and the angles formed between the hands of the clock will be clear to you. So friends, if you like this video, then please share it as much as possible and subscribe to my channel for more videos and also press the bell icon for getting the notifications of my latest videos. See you in the next video with another concept. Till then, goodbye. Take care.